Hi, and welcome to our webinar on the new AccessPay Sage integration. I'm Nav Chima, and I sit in the pre-sales team here at AccessPay. Today, I'm joined by my colleague, Gabriella. I'll let you introduce yourself, Gabs.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gabriella, and I'm a senior corporate sales exec here at AccessPay. Been here for about 7 years now, and I've been working alongside Nav and the team on the Sage and AccessPay partnership.
Brilliant, thanks, Gabs. So we're really excited about today's webinar, where we'll be walking you through AccessPay and Sage's new partnership and integration, which will allow customers to enhance and streamline their reconciliation processes through retrieval of automated bank feeds. So just to get started, I'm going to walk you through the agenda for today's webinar. Gabs will be first discussing the definition and purpose of bank feeds. She'll then be talking you through the current challenges businesses face with bank feeds and discussing the benefits of automation. We'll then be going on to discuss the different bank feed options with Sage and AccessPay. I'll then show you a little demonstration of how to connect your bank accounts via AccessPay to start feeding into your Sage application. And then finally, at the end, just saving some time for key takeaways and a Q&A. So yeah, let's get started. Over to you, Gabs.
Thanks very much. So to start with, what are bank feeds? So bank feeds are essentially your end of day statement data that show all of your incoming and outgoing transactions. Bank feed connections allow you to automatically download these ingoing and outgoing transactions directly from your bank account to your Sage application. Businesses can then work with this data by matching transactions to your account activities to help you reconcile all of your accounts. So we regularly speak to businesses over the last few months or so, and they are still manually downloading statements from their online banking portals. This is very time consuming and open to risk. Most businesses have 10 plus accounts, so are actually downloading a statement from each account. They are then often keying in transaction data into Sage to then reconcile the transactions against their account activities. Some businesses have the standard bank feeds options with some bank accounts, but not with all. So it's still quite time consuming. And we have heard in the last 6 months or so that banks have increased their security. So I'm sure you're aware multi-factor authentication is now a must-have when you're entering your online banking portal. So other methods like screen scraping don't work as well as they have done in the past. So most businesses are then looking at automating these bank feeds. So of course, without going too technical, we have collaborated with Sage and built an API which delivers statement data directly into Sage, basically removing all manual touch points for the end user. And this integration allows for a more frequent reconciliation, improves process efficiency, and reduces the impact of reconciliation errors. Another key area businesses are looking to automate is actually to adhere to regulations such as SOX compliance, or even their internal or external audits that they have been having. So with Sage at the moment, there is actually 2 Sage bank feed options. They can be both used in parallel. We've firstly got this standard bank feed option. This is a free option with Sage, and it works with a lot of banks, but it has some limitations in the number of accounts and of course, and the banks themselves. And then we've got the premium option, i.e. AccessPay. The key differences between the two are just the way in which we get the data from the bank. So with AccessPay, we are leveraging the Swift network for retrieval of these bank statements. We have access to more than 11,000 banks worldwide, and we receive this statement data in an empty or camped format.
Brilliant, thanks, Gabs. So yeah, AccessPay has recently launched this premium service. As a bit of context, we wanted to build an integration to remove all those challenges that Gabs just mentioned there, whilst ensuring that the process would be super simple and light touch for users. And we can confidently say that we have achieved that goal. So hopefully you can see a flow diagram on your screens now. So to begin the process, a Sage user will opt into AccessPay's premium service. The business will instruct their banks to send statement data, and this will be delivered to AccessPay's Swift BIC. And we tend to start receiving these statements in a matter of days. AccessPay will then consume and transform this data and then automatically populate data points in Sage for your connected accounts. And the user can then go ahead and carry out their daily reconciliation. So hopefully you can see there that this process is very streamlined and light touch from a user's perspective. AccessPay just does all the heavy lifting in the background. I did mention there about feeding data into your connected accounts within Sage. The next couple of minutes will be a video demonstration walking you through how you activate your bank accounts in your Sage application.
Hi, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you would connect your bank accounts via AccessPay to start receiving your bank account statement data into your Sage application. Please note, this is assuming you've contracted with AccessPay for our premium service. Here, I am logged into my Sage Intacct account, but this can also be carried out in a number of other versions of Sage. We would first click the application drop-down button, click Cash Management, and Checking Accounts. This will bring up a list of all your bank accounts that you have set up within Sage. I then click Edit on the bank account I would like to connect and head to Banking Cloud. Prior to this, and part of the initial implementation, you would have instructed your banks to send your statements to AccessPay. If I type AccessPay into the search bar, this will display all the banks which are being powered by the AccessPay service. You can click into each of your individual banks. You are also able to see all of your managed accounts by selecting AccessPay, then reviewing and accepting the terms and conditions. Your implementation team would have provided you an AccessPay username and password to facilitate activating your bank accounts. If this is not the case, please submit a request form and someone from our team will be in touch. From the list, select the bank account you would like to activate and the dates you would like to start downloading from. Please note, data can only be delivered from the day the connection is established. If we return to the checking account page, we can see here that your connection is pending, as it is awaiting the delivery of your first statement from the bank. Whilst that request is being processed, for purposes of the demo, we will show you a connected account where data is currently being delivered into Sage. Please note, individual bank processing times may vary, and your implementation team can provide more details on this if required. We can click straight into bank transactions to see reconciliation and transaction details for that particular checking account, or head to the general bank transaction section. Here you'll see a list of transactions that have fed into Sage from your bank statements. You will notice a richness of statement data which will allow for an automatic bank reconciliation. Please note, if you have any questions regarding the reconciliation tool within Sage, please get in touch with your Sage representative. So, why choose the AccessPay Sage integration for automated bank statement retrieval? The integration will save hours of manual effort downloading and reformatting statement data. Automated bank connectivity gives you the freedom to reconcile more frequently and reliably without having to re-authenticate through open banking. Access rich and consistent transaction data through a single secure connection. AccessPay leverages Swift to provide full coverage of over 11,000 banks. Thank you for watching.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of the steps involved in activating your bank accounts and getting your bank feeds directly back into your Sage application. So just to sum up on the key points that we've discussed today, AccessPay's integration with Sage enables users to leverage multi-bank connectivity by automating the delivery of bank statement data directly into their ERP. This direct connection will enable the auto reconciliation with Sage, saving hours of manual effort, downloading and reformatting statement data, improve reconciliation, and also allow users to access rich and accurate transaction data through a single secure connection. And as Gabs mentioned, AccessPay will be leveraging the Swift network and therefore providing full coverage of over 11,000 banks. So that's everything. We now have a few minutes spare just to run through some questions we received prior to the webinar. Gabs, I'm going to put you on the spot here. So the first question we have got is, I'm a Sage partner how can I work with AccessPay to help my customers?
Yeah, so we work with a number of Sage partners at the moment, and we would provide you with all the information required to support your customers and ask and answer any questions that they may have. That being said, we're always a call or an email away to support with these conversations, and we'd always recommend that you introduce us to your customers as early as possible to take the resource away from yourselves.
Well, thanks, Gabs. Another question we've got here is, which Sage applications are supported by this service?
Yeah, so there's a large number of Sage solutions which are supported. However, some are dependent on the product and the region. So Intacct and Sage 300, as an example, are supported globally, but others like Sage 100 and 200 are only supported in certain regions. So we just recommend you either reach out to ourselves or your Sage consultant, who'll be able to confirm.
Brill, thanks. And the question that I'm sure is on everyone's mind is, can you please provide some approximate costing for this service?
Yeah, of course. So with AccessPay, we charge on an annual subscription basis, taking into account the number of bank connections and accounts a business may have. So pricing starts at $1,260 per year with a small setup fee.
Perfect, thank you. And just finally, does this service work for all bank accounts and statement types?
Yeah, really good question. So we typically find each bank differs and offers a different service to their clients depending on the types of accounts they have, i.e. a business or a corporate account. Of course, we are here to support and be introduced to your relationship manager at the bank to help with these conversations. And then in regards to statement types, at the moment, AccessPay just supports Swift standard format, so either an empty or a camped statement. As we are developing the service throughout the year, though, we are looking at supporting other format types such as BAI2 and even a CSV where we can receive directly from your banks.
Perfect. Thanks, Gabs. Yeah, so there's a lot of exciting things to come this year with this service. So yeah, that is everything from us. Thank you so much for making the time to watch our webinar. We really do hope you found it useful. Any follow-up questions or queries, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you.